Alright, here we go. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. What am I getting myself into? Let's agree. Alright. So this is the first visual novel I've ever played in my life. Let's see how it goes. Pretty catchy intro. Let's start a new game. Let's say days. Alright. Let me see. Settings. Text speed, volume. So there's only words. I guess there's no voices. Which is totally fine. Okay. So she goes, "Hey, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any intention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around the high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up." Oh, okay. "But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me." "I overslept again. But I caught you this time." "Maybe, but only I decide to stop and wait for you." And she goes, "Hey, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me? That's mean, Days. Okay, you know what? I am going to read out just my own lines if it says Days, and then the rest, whatever she says, you just got to read it yourself here, okay? There's just too many words to read here. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something." "Okay, do it for me after all. Guess you might." "Whatever you say, Sayori." Yeah, I don't want to be making those weird voices. That's why I don't want to read her lines. So we cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with the other students making their daily commute. Have I decided to join the club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Not true. You told me to join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sorry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. You know how we learn how to socialize and any skills. Okay. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Oh, okay. And you're happy now, but I thought of you being a neat. Oh man, what is this club I'm getting into? Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Oh, so there is no actual club yet. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Alright, we're in class. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs? Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, you can come to my club. Okay, she has a club. What is this club? Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to join. I'm going to your club. Okay. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Alright. Not ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I thought she was going to say bringing. Okay, they got bringing new members. Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. Then a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Alright, let's go. At the hallway, and thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I ejectedly follow Sayori across the room and across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit but generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. Oh boy. I told you, don't call me a new member. A glance around the room. Here's girl number 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy, which is girl number 2. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, days, what a nice surprise. And there's a girl 3. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Oh, sorry. Natsuki. Oh. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. I'm not even gonna remember any of these names. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in the air, then backs back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club. What, the one on the right? Oh, okay. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Who's Monica? Oh, okay. That's right. It's great to see you again, Days. Who is she? Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so generally feels a little... You too, Monica. Come on, sit down, Days. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me and Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off and reveals a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. That's so cute. I have no idea we're good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. So Yuri grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Ari talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is so sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sorry, I said, well, maybe. Oh, but not for, you dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. What kind of club is this? You're just drinking tea and eating. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayuri. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayuri really seemed happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you'll feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You should probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a good leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start the club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yep. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature. So anyways, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. That sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with their fingers. My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy words. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world Such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems to reserve and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up, and she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Oh, there's a lot of reading. My voice is getting tired. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something that I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't expect that from you. I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Wait, what gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give Me That Back. Fine. Hey, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Tori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer, are you? No, not confident writer yet, is what I say. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Oh, this is like a reading simulator and a literature club, literally. Just reading line by line. Okay. I guess the same for Yuri. I want to read something. I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Days? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought, Days, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision while it's like this? That is, a writing poem is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Oh, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Suri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for cupcakes, I would be super pissed. That's exactly what I did. Then let's make it official. Welcome to Literature Club. Oh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. And remember tonight's assignment. Lily did nothing today at the club. Write a poem and bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at Mia once more. Days, look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, can't really impress the class star Monica with a mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Days, since you're out of here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Suri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Ah, my voice. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, our mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. So Rory, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school at the literature club? Perhaps I have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight, right? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes the poem the most. Okay, do I just choose from this list here? Okay, let's go. What the heck? Essence. Oh. They're all coming for. Okay. I thought every time you click something, one moves forward or something, but nope. Let's go. Intellectual. Calm. Peaceful. Let's go sweet. Let's go romance. Oh, romance, why not? Oh my, why is suicide over it there? Let's go fun. Let's go secretive. Pure swimsuit. Yes. All right. Let's go warm. Info fluffy. Anime is nice. A mirror, strange jobs journey, a tone, alone, smile. Cute. Oh, every time I click, one of these jump up. Interesting. Candy goes on lab, climax here, uncomfortable, shiny, vacation, flying, disaster. I don't know what that means, vacation. Let's go. Oh, skirt and games. Uh-oh. Which one do I go? Skirt. Lipstick, passion, dream. Let's go special. Tears, judgment, giggle, charm. Daydream, vivid. Let's go charm. Lost, beauty, awesome. Beauty. Clumsy or depression. Why is depression there? Let's go love. And nightgown, defeat, waterfall, happy. Let's go happiness. It's gotta be a happy poem. Alright, Monica. Hello again, Days. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. Well, I'm back at Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Days. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commit for you, making you dive headfirst in literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Tori told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Suki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Suki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Suki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Days always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy and distracting and you almost set your house on fire once. That so? You two are really good friends, aren't ya? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Days can be good friends too? Sayori? Huh? What? Is it real? Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, even Yuri bought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So I guess nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Reaches her bag and pulls out a book. Oh, a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I guess keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And you could, discuss if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Even she picked a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically took the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Suri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I'll close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though, huh? Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that, you know? We just need a way to show that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place. Well, it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after all, we can do the thing to speak to the creative minds. What's this? Suri is taking this very seriously. He's ready to hear her deliberately like this. Huh? That's a good point. In this case, don't you think food will do the trick? What kind of food? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. Oh, I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayuri is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayuri can put her mind to things that make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa, super zoom. What? I opened my eyes to find Sayuri's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayuri. Yep. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Yeah, not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? Well, it's a secret. I knew it. Come on. Please give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Oh, sorry, it's written all over you. Eh? Sorry glances around her cell. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair sticking all around here. Oh. I rub my fingertips down the side of Sari's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There is more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either, and there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to rub off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you minion, you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayuri? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, he'll thank me later. I'll start to button her blazer from the bottom. Whoa. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Bruh. This is, okay. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Yeah. Don't say that. You make me feel weird and stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Could it be the top button? I slowly fully close the button nearest to her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Yeah, it did when I bought it. Yeah. If you ever buttoned it, would you ever have noticed sooner it doesn't fit you anymore? Why are you smiling like that? It means my boobs got bigger again. Oh, don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so how does it feel strange to see Yori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. So Sayuri hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Oh, that's so much better. She puts her arms out and whirl around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then you wouldn't even let me do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, it's a deal. Alright, I guess we really are better taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe we should come wake me up in the morning? You're doing it again, sorry? But I was joking that time. Man, it's supposed to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote? Days, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I feel to sound enthusiastic, but Sayuri still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done one before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share that with? I can't wait. Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poems. Sayuri's is written on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bag. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go Sayuri. Which one's who is who again? Actually, let's go. Whoever's first is first. I think he's most comfortable sharing with Sayuri first. That's the neighbor lady, right? She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Days. I love it. I have no idea you're such a good writer. So Yuri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has a little more constructive than that. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Days poem and makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayuri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayuri. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Oh, my voice is dying. Okay. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break away my promise. See? It's like I said before, Days. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much that means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold that to you then. Yay. Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, I'll see about that. Oh boy. There's sunshine. The way you glow through the blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me keep out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Whoa, I think she's talking about me. Check outside poem area. So Yuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how I should put it. It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late for school. The piece of hair like flying around the mic here. It's bad to skip breakfast. I guess all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Yeah, that was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh yeah. But next time I won't forget, and I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Show it to Natsuki next. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I'll need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Alright, eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That is deep. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. Not like it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things and can really can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the only nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I guess you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? I guess not. I decided to humor her with that comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. Next person, let's go to Yuri. Which one's Yuri? The purple hair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passed, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is the first time writing a poem, right? Oh yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure, I guess, that it might be after reading it though. So is that bad? Oh no, did I raise my voice? Oh, I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes that we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and I've been through that myself, I guess. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, she wrote in cursive. Goes under the light. It's hard to see what that word is. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to replace by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I battle, I think it says Calvin? Oh, I bathe. What is that word? It's hard to make out that word. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I think it says callous? I don't know. The writing is so bad. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Oh, look at that. Terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took a long time to read. Oh, I don't read script very often. I actually think her handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually the story isn't about a ghost at all, Days. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort and able to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, one more to go. Hi, Days. Having a good time so far? Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your bone with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Days. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know, but it's that sort of barrier and we'll all learn to get past it soon. Oh, yeah, that's true. I had heard a poem. Oh, I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had some sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? It could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Yuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each his own. To each their own, okay? And you shouldn't be afraid to experience a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel uncomfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles. I'd always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it. Okay, this one's called Hole in Wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind. Why did I say I reel? No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. Okay, I understand now. But it's too late. Her retina is already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It was just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole with infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Okay. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Oh, it's okay. This kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the time between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say it's some kind of empathy recently. Empathy? Epiphany is what it said. Okay. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, but it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Makara's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Anyway, another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh, phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room and that was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way opponents can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. Do I get to read my own? I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? What? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I'm just trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I'm looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. So Yuri liked it, and Days too. So based on that, I'm glad I gave you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the effort, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change any time unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Days like my poem too, even though he even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Days appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Oh boy. If I was full of myself, I would actively go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Days started growing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Days, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to your Days. Wait, there's a reason why. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste of time. You understand that, right, Days? Well, How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gonna be. Oh, so of course that's going to be. I guess I gotta make my first choice here. Help me, Sayori. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. So Yuri, yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel this way? Days, well, that's her problem, and this isn't about her. I do agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into other conflicts. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place. Hey, excuse me, are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Oh. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems are amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's, your poems are amazing because they paint a beautiful picture in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that, and Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were, big and beautiful. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make tea. And rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not really good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be in her head, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what everyone's doing. See? Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes the two of us. You can count on me. Maka smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Okay everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing our poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well mostly. Days, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat things to talk about with everyone. Awesome, in that case we'll do the same thing tomorrow and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. Your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. A nod to myself with newfound determination. Days, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Okay, Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I really say I'm not enjoying it either. Is the day over, Sayori? About what happened earlier? What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No, that's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Days, it's nice. I'd like to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest, and I think everyone likes you too. Your day is going to be so much fun. Looks as Sayori hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, I just have to see the future holds, Sayori. I pass Sayori's shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an intentional monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this.